You are starring in some holiday movies coming up.
I am. There's a couple.
There's one that I really like to say, Merry Swissmas?
Yes, Merry Swissmas. Merry Swissmas. Really had a lot of fun shooting this one, and I think people are going to like it. It's a little bit more of a European feel to it because it takes place in Switzerland, so it's some fun new traditions.
Did you shoot in Switzerland?
No, but
Okay.
we shot in Montreal, in the Laurentian Mountains, which are a little bit north of Montreal, in February.
Okay.
So all of the snow is 100% real, as well as me freezing my tuchus off. So.
And the other one is called Cozy Christmas Inn, and that's a Hallmark one. I really love Hallmark holiday movies.
And we shot that one actually in Utah at a beautiful little inn there. Too,
Little paid winter vacations.
I know, right? I enjoyed it.
I grew up on Full House. It ran for about 8 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like your whole childhood.
Pretty much. I mean, like, from the time I really started school until like the time I made it through elementary and middle school, I was doing Full House. Like, my whole childhood was spent doing that.
Do you feel lucky to have gotten to have a childhood like that, or do you feel like you were robbed of a childhood, or some combination?
You know, I think it was the perfect environment for me. I have a little bit of an ADHD brain, so for me to be in an environment growing up where there was so much going on, I was constantly stimulated, changing environments, all kinds of new people, traveling, all that stuff. For me, it was a perfect environment. You know, watching my own kids grow up and sort of have normal kid life, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what it's like, you know?
Yeah. You've been really open about addiction, about your struggles with addiction. People were mean to you when you came out. I feel like the way we treat addiction is so different now. Like the way with Matthew Perry coming out, it's like there's so much empathy for him. People talk about it like it's a disease, you know. And back when you were talking about it, I feel like the press was really mean to you.
I think the press can still be mean, but I do think in the 20 years it's been since my story came out, we have put in a lot more time and effort into getting to understand the disease of addiction and what it really is, and listen to the stories of people who have come out and been honest about it. And I think coming out and talking about it honestly, like myself or Matthew Perry or other people have done, I think gives such an understanding to it that it becomes a little bit demystified, and so many people struggle with it or have family members that do. So, and I'm really proud of Matthew for sharing his story. I mean, I know he went through some really horrific stuff, so.
You were thrown to the ground by an LAPD officer during an abortion rights protest earlier this summer. It must have been right after the Roe decision.
Yeah, it was about a week after, I think.
Yeah. So is that something you've been doing for a long time, abortion rights advocacy and various...
Yeah, I'm very politically active. If you've been to my social media pages, you'll probably notice. But yeah, I have been active in street protests for the last few years, and really getting out on the ground and trying to help support mutual aid movements and local organizations that are really doing the difference, making the difference on the ground.